Hi, I'm Angie, and this video is about understanding and hope. First, I want to start with this Saturday. I just got back from the chiropractor, and I feel like I am broken. I went ahead and decided I was going to go ahead and do my yoga, even though he told me not to. So I was like, I'm going to push it a little further because I was doing so good that that what was supposed to take 8 months only took 2 and all this. So I was like, yeah. So I was going to do my yoga. Well, I screwed it all up. And then I went there today, and he's like, Angie, this... And it was the most painful session I've had yet. So trying to control stuff, trying to not listen, trying to make it faster than it is, trying to speed through things. I got a good lesson, and it hurts now. That might be a synchronicity for a lot of you all right there, what I just said. Trying to control things, trying to speed it up, trying to, Anyway, okay, this Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern, Saturday on the 11th, I'm going to have a webinar. And this webinar is like magic has been occurring in my life, the moth and the cocoon, and it has just been like, there it went from there. It has just been magical. And there's this concert pianist from South Wales, and I don't even know how I got into contact with him. I haven't even really spoke to him. I just noticed him, and I've seen where he was doing playing for retirement homes and things like that, and I don't know, it was just this energy from him was wonderful. And then I listened to his music, and every time I would just be like, I'd feel so much better, like a healing come through his music. And then I learned that he's a concert pianist. And I knew that, anyway, I was going to do this webinar, and I knew that I wanted, anyway, I just asked him. I was like, would you play a song at my webinar and help, heal these people? And he's getting up at 5 a.m. and he's going to play for me and you at the webinar. How wonderful is that? To me, that was just like, wow. Wow. And I would probably tear up the pronouncing of his first name, but last name is Coleridge, and I'll put the links below. He sells his CDs and of his music and so on. So it would be, if you want to support something, I would support him because he's just wonderful in the things that he does. Also, so that's going to be very healing and a really good way to start the webinar and bring it into where it needs to be. And then I asked Michael Kuhn if he would do healing energy, and instantly, yes. And he works with blockages, and he works with the kundalini energy, and we are definitely going through that right now. So, I mean, how wonderful is that? And I'm just drawn to him for some reason. So, it's just like, wow. Back, bam, bam with the healing. And then me. Goodness gracious, so much has come through to me. It's like on my manifestation list, I put that I wanted to... I knew this manifestation, with the new moon. I made my list, and I knew that this energy was very strong, and that what I was manifesting would go over the next 6 months. Well, the main thing that I wanted to bring was understanding. I wanted understanding for me. I wanted understanding for you, and I wanted everyone to just to be able to understand things. I wanted understanding, and my goodness gracious, has it opened up. It's like the answers to everything is coming to me. It's like, oh my God. I've been going through this process for so long and struggled so long, and it's just like, bam, here's the answer for why you had to go through this and part of this, process and da-da-da. So I don't know what's going to come out. I left it open for the webinar, what I was going to speak of, because the energies are changing so quickly. So, no telling what's going to come out of my mouth in the webinar. So, this is just going to be a really extreme webinar, and I would get it. You know, if I was not in the webinar, I would be purchasing the webinar and going to this webinar. I'm telling you all. This is going to be cool. And there won't be no mistakes this time because I figured out what I did wrong last time. So, the links to that's on my website. It's $20. It'll last, I don't know how long it'll last. I would give yourself 3 hours, but 2 to 3 hours. And I might also take a light evening and night after that, because you might, you know, when healing comes in, you might feel tired. You know what I mean? Exhaustion, or things start coming out, or, you know. Okay, so make sure you get that. And also I will be doing an audio recording, so I will send it to you. So if you cannot be there at 1 p.m. Eastern, I will send you the audio copy anyway. And when you purchase through PayPal, put what website address, message me what website address you want your audio to go to, and where I can send your access information to the webinar. Okay, got that? Now, so many of you are going through anger, sadness, just so much pain, separation, confusion, misunderstanding. Just, I don't even want to talk to them anymore. I don't want anything to do with this. I don't even want to hear the word twin flame. I'm over it. I can't, Angie. I can't, you know, I've got to separate. I need to be with someone else. I cannot do this anymore. I just, you know, just so much pain is going through everyone that, you know, I felt it was bad. It was, I needed to speak on this. I needed to speak to try to give you some understanding and some hope. For me, I can still feel everyone. When I woke up this morning, it felt so heavy on my chest that I felt like I could bruise, like I can breathe. It's so heavy on my chest, and I know that I'm feeling everyone. And then my twin flame, I know, is going through a lot. And a lot of anxiety, a lot of sadness, a lot of change. That is very difficult. So I'm feeling it all. But at the same time in this, I've been given deep understanding, understanding to so much that I've questioned for so long, that I have a peace within me, just a peace within me, because I understand and I know. So let me explain. The last video I made, but I know I spoke on the word when I spoke with him, and I said, do you not want to come home? And I was speaking of coming home to the state, and he replied, are you ready for me to come home? And it was just a pause. There was no words, and in that it was like a whole book of information from just the feeling it, you know. And then I seen him the next day. He shows up, and he's from Georgia, and he brought up home again and again, and I didn't know, because I was wanting to connect with spirit before I spoke, you know, and handle the situation correctly. And I didn't want to be hurt again. I didn't want to allow things to happen again, or to feel the pain again, to be triggered again, to stay on the hamster wheel again. So I was on guard, really, is what I was. I was on guard of him. So I didn't know how to reply in a 3D logical sort of answer to, am I ready for him to come home? So I asked, what do you mean by home? And he paused. He's not like all spiritual, or he's not let me know he is, but I know he gets things. So he paused and he said, he paused, he thought about it, I watched him think about it, and he was like, well, I'm working on it. And it was like, what does that mean, And then things just went on, and he's like, I'm working on it. What does that mean? Does that mean he's working on himself? Does that mean he's working on coming home? What does that mean? So that stuck in my head for days now. And I got the answer to that when I was doing yoga today. But first I want to explain some things. What we go into throughout this process, it's like, why we need to communicate. Why can we not just talk about it? Why can we just talk about it, then we can understand each other, then we could get through this process a whole lot faster? Why do they have to run off over there? Why are they doing this? Why can't we just talk it out? Why can't we work this out? Why can't we be together so we can figure this out and get it over with, and you know what I mean? And do what we need to do. Why does there always have to be this separation? How many of you have went through that or are going through that now? You want to come on with it, right? Let's work this out. Let's communicate. And there is no communication. You get mad and angry, and you're like, well, just go over there. You get angry about it. And you think they're idiots, and they're never going to get it. They're never going to wake up. Ugh. But let's think about it. I mean, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like if you step through a portal, the energy would be so freaking strong, you would be like, and disintegrate. It would just zap you out. It would be too much to handle. Now, if you was to be like this and you got all communication and all the answers right now, and you could, you know what I mean? And there was no separation, there was no time to think about it, and there was no time to process, it was all right now, your head would fucking blow. Because think about when you go into the dream state and a lot's getting downloaded, right? And just like we went through not too long ago, when a lot's getting downloaded and you just pass back out, it's too much. You wake up exhausted, you know what I mean? It's too much. Sometimes it feels like you need to ask for this process to slow down a little bit. Or you're having the physical symptoms, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, our anxiety or so much is coming to you. It's just so moving so fast that sometimes you feel like, hold up. This is too much for me to handle. Could you slow down a little bit? Right? In the state that your process is going now. Right? I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So imagine if it was to go, boom, full force, because you're talking and speeding up this process, because you're, not taking these pauses. Do you see that? Do you see what would happen? You couldn't handle it. You are only given what you can handle, right? That's in the Bible. You're only given what you can handle. You're only given what you can handle. You are trying to control this process. You're not trusting this process. You're not trusting the divine plan. Do you see that? By wanting to control it, wanting to have communication now, wanting to have it the way you want it, wanting to talk about it now, wanting them to be over here, you see that? You're also not trusting them. You're like judging them. You're like, how dare they? But really, they were following the way they were guided and what they were feeling and what they felt they had to do. They had to step over there. Right? But if they didn't step over there, then the process wouldn't have went perfectly how it went to get to this point that you are now. Do you see that? We didn't trust them. We didn't trust higher spirit. We were just pissed off that we wasn't communicating. We wasn't doing it the way we wanted to do it. Do you see that? So when you understand that, when you get that, then what is it, there's no more judgment about him running off anymore. I'm like, sorry, man, like right now, I'm not speaking to him right now, but, well, a few days, but really, I've got so much information. If it was up to me, I'd be like, blah, guess what's going to happen? Guess what the ending is? You know what I'm saying? But that's not what needs to happen. That's not, if I had control of it, that's what would happen in my mind, right? But he's over here going through major changes, and I know he's letting go of having to step through some major things right now, and he's sad and he's having anxiety. He could not possibly handle, hey, guess what the ending is? Do you see how it's like a divine process? It's trusting it. So I'm okay with that because now I understand it. I know. I trust the process and I trust him. Because I have this understanding. So it's not making me feel like he doesn't love me. I feel abandoned. Why is he doing this? We're never going to be together. I'm not having any of those feelings. I'm like, get it. I see. Cool. What a perfect plan. What a perfect divine plan. Wow. Get that? Do you get the release and the understanding of that? And the love. It's like, man, I'm so thankful. I feel I should have trusted you. I'll trust you now. It makes me able to trust the process more and trust him. And trust him that he's doing what he's guided to do, even though he's not telling me, and even though I'm thinking he's not awake and he's not spiritual and all this. But he's doing what he needs to do to balance me. And it's balancing him. It's balancing perfectly this process. How about, why are they with someone else? What does that bring up for you? What am I missing? Am I not good enough? What do they got that's better than me? How can they love them more than me? I mean, we have this spiritual connection. How can he not feel it? How can he be with someone else and not me? So many issues come up. Abandonment, just the underlying issue of that is, the main issue of that is there's unhealed wounds. Unhealed wounds is why they're over there. Now let's think about this. If they were to come to you right now, right at this moment, and they were to say, it is time. The process is over. You have done what you need to do. And it is time for us to be together right now. Drop everything. Let's do our purpose right this second. Would you not pause? Would you not pause and be like, I don't know. Can I trust you? Would you really not fuck around on me again? Would you not hurt me again? Would you not do all these things to me again? Is this real? Well, and then the excuses would come. Well, I got work. Well, this. Well, I can't leave. Well, there would be all this that comes through. All this fear. All these unhealed wounds would surface at that point of, time for union right now. Let's go. You see this? Cannot be in union till it's healed because you're still doubting it. You're still in fear of the love. So when they're over here and not here, it's unhealed wounds. This person that they're with is a lesson in itself. Believe it or not, it's a lesson. They're learning from them. They're learning things. I could make a list of the things that they're learning from them. And if they're a void from you, they're learning from them. It's a lesson. It's unhealed wounds. It has to happen. It has to happen because just the point of them being with somebody else, right? Just that person. Look at just that person. What all that person brings out in you that needs to be healed. Do you get that? So when I understand that, when I see that this is not because they do not love me. This is not because I'm not good enough. This is not because all these doubts in my mind. It's not because of that. It's because it's unhealed wounds. It's because they're still healing. Then, to even make it so I'm not sitting here and these dealing with these pains and triggers. I'm having understanding of the situation. Then I've been given, so what I'm understanding is all these big things, and more is coming. More and more are coming to me and coming to me and coming to me. I'm just going to bring up those two for right now. I'm getting total understanding of the process and why everything happened. And with this total understanding, it's like, wow, so much can be let go. It's like, what a perfect freaking plan. I mean, perfect. And everything comes to light. So, back to when I was doing yoga today, it was like I'm sitting there and it was like I heard his voice say to me, it was like, because in the separation of him, it was like not wanting to talk to him, not wanting to be with him, none of this. I still was feeling this need to get the nest ready. It's like, what? Nest ready for what? Like, even though I felt even like I'd left it, like leaving the cocoon, and I just didn't want to feel it anymore. I was enjoying my freedom and cool, you deal with your stuff, I'm cool with that, I'll be over here, and whatever. Even though I was in that so much, I still felt this need to make a nest, but I didn't know what it meant. But I was so flying around in la la land of enjoyment of not feeling the pull that I just was trusting the nest and not really thinking about this, but it was there. And then so that's been coming to me more and more. So anyway, so then I'm given a vision. I'm given a vision of this cabin. There's this cabin and there's this big window, and I have a baby, and there's children around. There's children there. And I'm looking out the window and I look at him and I'm looking in his eyes and I look at him and he's looking at me. And he's looking at, and there's water. And he's looking at me and it's just this knowing. It's like this perfect peace, and it's like all these feelings that we've been fighting are no longer there. It's like we finally made it, and it's just a knowing that this is where we're going to be always. We're always going to be in this place, and this is where we're supposed to be, and we're doing our purpose. And there's such love, and just this feeling like just, I can't even explain the feeling. It's just home. There's the feeling in his eyes. Home. Home. This is where we're supposed to be. This is where we'll always be. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is okay. And I also know that people are at this place, and that it's a healing place. And that what I do is I deal with the people, and he keeps things going. And just our energy is healing. Our energy in this place is healing. Just coming there to our energy is healing. And I understand that, and I was given this vision. And I understand that because people that come to me now in sessions and so on, a lot happens. They'll release a lot. The twin flame will contact them instantly. They get it. They move through. There's lots of healing that comes just in connecting with me. And when I go out into the world, people come up to me and things happen. I mean, it's just, there's a healing energy with this twin flame thing. And when you put the energies together, it's great, big. It's a massive energy. Massive to anyone that comes near it, right? So I could see how this area of us together would be healing just coming there. And that's what's needed in the world today, right? That's what's needed in the world today. So it made perfect. That makes perfect sense to me. So it was like, okay, cool. Then I was doing yoga, and his voice came in my head, and it was like, what does home mean to you? And he's like, I'm working on it. And it was like, oh my God, he's working on it. He's working on it. he's getting that ready. He's going to bring that to me. He's getting that. He's doing whatever has to happen for that to happen. He's doing that. And I'm preparing the nest. And I know that's what's going to happen. I know that's what's going to happen. I know that's the ending of the story. I know that's what's going to happen. And just like, and I don't put things on my videos that I'm not sure of. I wouldn't do it, but I'm so sure of it that it's already happened. It's like there's no need or want or desire for him, or longing or pull or anything, or all this, or judgment or worry or fear, or because I already know it's like it's already here. It's like it's already a done deal. It's like, this is it. This is what is. I'm telling y'all. Another thing I learned was when when I reacted to him when he come, and I reacted in a state of fear because I didn't want to get hurt again, right? So what I was doing was acting in a state of fear of love. I was on guard. I didn't want to tell him too much. I didn't want to allow myself to love him all the way. I let my guard down. If I was to confess my love, he's going to run away, or he's going to catch a feeling, right? He's going to catch a feeling when I confess my love to him, so he's going to run away, and that's going to hurt me again. And I'm not going to allow that to happen. So I was on guard of my love. And I know now that that's no. Now let me get this straight. Make this straight to y'all. When you're dealing with a narcissistic person, and you're not at this level of it, because I had to come to a level of understanding this to be able to deal in this sort of way, because I can now go into not a fear of love. If he walked through the door, I can be like, you know what? I love you. And let me tell you this too. Go not in the mind, not in the heart, in the soul. In the soul, and feel what you feel. Because what I feel there, what is real is there. What is real is in your soul. And what is real is, I love him. I've always loved him. I will always love him. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to hold back my love anymore. I'm not afraid to allow myself to feel his love anymore. I'm not, because I know if he reacts to me in a way that would be, if he runs off, I'm knowing what he's running off for. I'm knowing that it's unhealed wounds. I'm knowing that it's fear of love. You know what I mean? And with that understanding, I know he's going to be right back. And with that understanding, it's not hurting me anymore. It's not this narcissistic, or when he comes to me and he would come to me in a way that's going to hurt me because he fears love. It's not going to be, I'm not going to feel it in a narcissistic way, because I understand what he's doing. He's judging himself. It's judgment of himself, judgment of himself, judgment of himself, doubt in himself, doubt in himself. So what I'm saying is, not everyone can handle it until you get to this point, because you are dealing with narcissistic tendencies or a narcissistic person, but I'm able to see through it, and I'm able to understand it at such a deep level that I can love them no matter what they do, because I understand the process, I understand why it's happening. Do you get that? So I'm able to not fear the love anymore. I'm able to, because he tries to love me, right? And I block it off, like, because I'm scared to let myself go all the way. And I don't have to do that anymore. I'm going to speak my love. If he runs away, that's cool, because I'm going to love you when you come back. I'm going to love you while you're gone, and you're going to love me while you're gone. You're going to love me. It's not going to end. It's just the process. It's just the process. So, you know what really it is what's holding you back is the fear of love. Because you've been hurt so many times. You've been hurt over and over and over and over and over. So you fear love. And you have to get a point, when you get to a point of total understanding, which that's what this process will do. That's why it's so freaking hard and so freaking long, because you're going through all this is teaching you over and over and over to not fear love. I know some of y'all will get that, some of y'all will not get that. I know there was a lot in this video and it was deep. And especially where you are right now in the pain body, maybe watch it over or save it or watch it at another time. But this is the ending. That's what the ending is. And that's what had to happen for me. That's been my transformation. And now I'm at this point of understanding every single thing that comes. I'm total understanding of me, total understanding of him, total understanding of the process, total understanding of the mirror of it, understanding of the divine plan. I mean, I know there's more for me to learn, but daggone, what a fucking, sorry mouth, but what a lot that is unfolded here, right? It's like I don't have fear. No fear. I'm just so freaking grateful. You know what I'm saying? To have understanding of this finally, and to be able to let all this go of feeling like I'm not allowed to love him. Fear of love, fear of loving myself, doubt myself. All this is just went whoosh, gone. I'll get it. It's a heck of a lot, ain't it? Yeah. So, I just thought that might help y'all out. Give y'all a little understanding and a little hope in this really hard time right now. And this really hard time is going to last for a while. We're going to have a good hard 6 months here, you know? So, if you need me, I'm very reasonable and my sessions were low, and I need you. I need these sessions. I need, it balances me. Every time I have a session, it's just like, man, I get so much joy out of a session, and watching the people that I've worked with help others and the growth, and I'm enjoying my job. I'm enjoying doing my purpose. I'm enjoying the knowing and security in knowing. You know, it's not a belief. It's a knowing. Everything's coming into a knowing. Y'all feel my energy? So anyway, I like doing sessions, and I need the sessions, and I will help you. So all my links are below, and I hope that you join this webinar, because I really think it's going to be good for you and me. So I'll talk to y'all later. All my links are below.